Oh, we need a horse. Oh, I said we need a hero for a second. Are we back to Thorfinn and Einar? Ooh, snake eating two birds. Symbolism. Or two birds escaping, getting freedom. Is Snake going to be watching over them then? Observing them? Does Thorfinn look a bit different here? I mean, it's probably just the hair up, isn't it? Okay, yeah, I was just thinking, do they have any axes? Somewhere to cut it down even more? Well, they need a horse, isn't it? That's exactly what it is. Would they have to buy one? How would they get one? Also, be sure to check out the Patreon page where you can get next week's episode right now, some exclusive Studio Ghibli reactions, and some full-length reactions too. Do they have any way to get money to get a horse? Oh, got permission from someone though. You know, even though they're saying they're slacking, they do have as much time as they want really, don't they? I don't know if there's any way they can work smarter as well to get the roots out. I don't know if there is. Yeah. Cause even more trouble later. Could they burn the roots or something? That could fertilize some of the soil simultaneously with the ash. Yeah, push him on. It's getting to Thorfinn a bit there though, is it? Someone's overheard. Much older slave who has bought their freedom is tilling the soil there, or is still working on it. No, he's gonna help them. Oh. Or in return for though, there probably is something. Back's hurting already. Even Thorfinn's feeling it. Yeah, they gotta earn it. This is still probably less work or easier work than it is taking up the tree roots without a horse. Does he even have a horse? Yeah, it doesn't change much. Even if they do this for like 3-4 days, it doesn't change much in the long term. Yeah, saves the time here though, probably does save time overall. He's finally getting good with an axe as well. A little side-eyeing Thorfinn there. He knows something's up. Missing that chunk of his ear. Oh, I thought we might have seen a smile from Thorfinn there actually. Just something to be like, yeah, we did a good job there. Yeah, they got to choose what to plant. Yeah, Thorfinn doesn't know what he's doing. Can they be smart about it and plant something else that would be even more profitable? Yeah, Einar knows what he's doing. Yeah.
これ黙って持ち出したんじゃないですよ。スベルケルさんが貸してくれたんですよ。あ？誰だって？
They don't even know who he is.
とうとう盗みやがったな。
Wow.
うちの農場にこんな馬いたかな？
Yeah, yeah. They do notice his different horse.
じいさんですよ。ハゲ頭、背の低いおじ。
Is he something more? The old master. See, when I saw him, I did think he had a bit of resemblance to Ketil. Is it Ketil's dad? Yeah. Okay. The most important man on this farm. Does he see something in them, want to help them out? Obviously, we saw him side-eye Thorfinn a bit. Yeah. Building something. Just like that symbolism before, cutting down the trees, now he's building something. Slowly build up to it. Appreciating inventions, yeah, look at that. Find something difficult and find a solution for it. Yeah, he doesn't have that life experience. Yeah, they both have these kind of markings around the outside of their eyes, the same kind of wrinkles. Ooh, health's getting to him. Will he lend everything to Thorfinn and Einar if he does die? Made them dinner as well, has he? It's a big old pot. He's just here to look after Dad after he collapsed, probably. Smelt food. He does do his work. His work is the protection, isn't it? Yeah. Insulting his food as well. That's nice. A proper full meal for once. And they're almost talking as equals as well, having casual conversation. Does he have a vibe? He knows that Thorfinn can fight. There was like a little bit of a smile on Thorfinn there. Thorfinn could earn more money doing that. They do know. So if Canute comes along, he'd easily take over. Oh, just keep people at bay. Yeah, not the king. Yeah, lifestyle creep. Slowly builds up. Gotta keep an eye out for him.
変な二人だったな。実の親子より馬が合ってるみたいだ。
Yeah. Yeah, it does feel like growth from Thorfinn. Is that why Thor's stayed where he did? Where they just had their humble little village?
これだけしかないんだろ。
大丈夫だって。ガバッといけ。ガバッと。
Ooh. Facial hair's grown in as well.
ダチ。
なんだよ、それ。
Yeah.
友達だろ。
Well, he's never had a friend, has he?
違う。
Oh, look at that. Yeah, there's a bit of a smile.
いや。友達だ。
Very nice. Almost feels too nice though. We just had a really lovely episode. Are we going to have something to interrupt that now? This is it. This is what I was looking for from this season. Seeing Thorfinn have some growth. You know, he's calling Einar a friend. When has he ever considered anyone a friend up until this point? And he's, you know, it's just a little smirk, just a little smile. But it's there. He's smiling. I don't know the last time we saw him have like a full belly laughter, but I can now envision it. I can see it happen. Something happens. Einar does something, falls over, and Thorfinn lets out a chuckle or a laugh, and it's just so great to see. But it does also make me concerned because it's almost a bit too good to be true. We're getting a bit too much niceness, and obviously we know the threat of Canute is perhaps on the horizon. Canute's gonna weave his way into this story somehow. They're already foreshadowing, setting up that the farm isn't like super well protected. You know, Snake's doing a good job, but a big old army of 50, 60 men could easily take them out. So bit of foreshadowing there, something could happen. And with Circle and Snake as well, you know, they're both pointing at, hinting at, knowing Thorfinn can fight. Will we have a situation where he will have to fight alongside everyone else? You know, there's an invasion, someone's coming in, Snake is there, Snake struggling, and he says, Thorfinn, like, I know you can fight, get in here as well. And either we see like Thorfinn go back to his old ways, or, you know, show off his skill and everyone is like, whoa, what's going on here with him? Or we'll see maybe he can't fight, he's lost his touch, you know, something that he would have blocked before, he doesn't quite block. He's got a bit rusty and it kind of hits his ego a bit, maybe. I don't know. He doesn't really have much of an ego, does he? He doesn't have much of anything, but it could like throw him off where suddenly it's like his body is portraying him. It can't do the same things that it once did before, even though he still is really strong and built here. He hasn't had like the kind of muscle memory kind of used a lot recently. So that could be something cool as well, seeing how he would react to that, how he would do if, you know, lended a sword, forced to fight something. And it feels like, you know, he called Einar a friend here, but it feels like they are building friendships, even though Sverkel is like higher up. He is this old master, he is a free man, so they're not on the same level. There is an element of respect there, it seems. And I think the same with Snake too. And, you know, we see there when they're invited in to eat, you know, they didn't impose themselves, they just kind of stood there. They weren't going to eat, but they were invited to, so they accepted it. And once they were like having their casual conversation, they were talking as equals there. You know, it was still a little bit of kind of learning, like Thorfinn's learning a lot here, learning about farming, but it was almost like a conversation on equal terms rather than it being like a master-slave dynamic, wasn't it? So that was cool to see. And we're getting a bit of an insight into the farming that they're doing here. Them needing a horse, the kind of value exchange of them, you know, doing work elsewhere that will earn them resources that will help them do things quicker, and how the growth can be exponential, kind of when Einar was saying, oh yeah, they've got multiple plows, how, you know, once they earn enough money, by growing stuff, they can buy another plow, and that doubles their capacity, and then they can buy even more things that increases their capacity, you know, learning about all of that. And then there was that little life lesson about wealth bringing problems, you know, and Thorfinn, that really stuck in Thorfinn's mind there. So perhaps future, he will live a more humble lifestyle if he gets his own freedom, and it could be the case that we will see more problems start to arise as they are, you know, building up their farmland and buying more things. Maybe people want to come and work for them and then steal from them. The people come along and try and use them because suddenly they've got more resources. You know, there's lots of things that can happen there. But then I also wonder if that is Thorfinn kind of reflecting on his own lifestyle before, reflecting on Thor's choice to live out in Iceland like they were, where they had like nothing and they were just living in snow and there wasn't any farms there. The kind of purposeful life to live a kind of humble life there so Thor's wouldn't have any problems. But then also maybe thinking about his time with Askeladd, how there he was on the other side of that and he was the problems. It was people who had resources, and then Askeladd would come in and plunder them and steal from them and everything. So that could be the other side of it as well. He's kind of lived both ends of that spectrum, hasn't he? So that was a cool bit of insight, and I'd really like to delve into that a bit deeper to know what Thorfinn was really thinking about there. What of those two options, you know, was he thinking about the future or thinking about the past? And then there's this tension with Ketil and Sverkel. I do wonder about that. It's just Sverkel not agreeing with the ways Ketil does stuff about buying this protection. Of course, it's, yeah, exactly what I was saying before about money bringing problems, and he has to buy protection from King Harald and buy protection in the form of Snake as well. I wonder how much of that buying protection from the king, how much that does actually help, because it seems like Sverkel thinks it's nothing. It doesn't really do anything, but if it keeps the king at bay, it probably is a good thing to be on his good side, you know? Because it probably can protect you in other ways too. Like it will stop higher up officials in the country going and bothering them for some reason, you know? Or if there was something really big happening and there needed to be a draft, maybe you'd avoid there initially because they've helped you out in the past, you know. It's all politics, it all plays into that, doesn't it? And I'm glad the disagreement on how the farm is run isn't because of how Ketil treats slaves. You know, it seems like Sverkel as well, he treats them well. Of course, he sees Thorfinn and Einar struggling and helps them out, so he's got a bit of a heart there, and you know, it's not doing it for free. There is an exchange happening there, but it works out for both parties. Sverkel, he's aging and can't do much with his bad back, so he gets them to do it, and in return, they get to borrow the horse. You know, it's beneficial on both ends, isn't it? Okay, so I think that's everything. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, be sure to subscribe to keep up to date in all the future episodes. If you really love this video, be sure to leave a like, comment your thoughts on the episode, and check out the Patreon for next week's episode right now. So yeah, see you guys later.